We are taught a very straightforward story about human progress. We started with stone tools, slowly figured out agriculture, built some basic shelters, and marched steadily upward until we reached the smartphones and skyscrapers of today. But when you actually dig into the physical record, that neat straight line fractures. You start finding objects and anomalies that simply don't belong in the era they were buried. Today, we are examining 7 specific historical secrets, physical evidence of advanced technologies that existed long before we supposedly invented them. By the end of this, we will look closely at our first secret, an impossible star map charting celestial bodies ancient people should not have been able to see. If these objects are genuine, then the straight line of human progress we've been taught has significant unexplained gaps. We start with the lowest tier of evidence, written records and historical rumors. For secret number 2, we look at 1st century Rome. The Roman historians Pliny the Elder and Petronius both recorded a strange event. An unnamed craftsman presented the emperor with a drinking bowl made of a remarkable material called flexible glass. When thrown to the floor, it merely dented like bronze, and the craftsman simply hammered it back into shape. Emperor Tiberius witnessed this demonstration, but instead of rewarding the inventor, he asked if anyone else knew the formula. When the craftsman swore he was the only one, Tiberius had him executed on the spot. Roman currency was valued by the rarity of precious metals. Tiberius reportedly feared that a material more durable and versatile than gold would render the state's entire treasury worthless, so he erased the discovery to protect the economy. We do not have the physical bowl, so this remains unverified, but it illustrates how human greed and the desire for control can lead to the deliberate suppression of a disruptive technology. To escalate our proof, we leave the texts behind and look at physical reality. Secret number 3 emerged during a 1936 excavation in Iraq. Workers pulled a small 5-inch clay jar from the dirt. From the outside, it looked incredibly mundane, just another piece of ancient pottery. Inside, researchers found a hollow cylinder made of rolled copper sheet, and suspended right in the center of that cylinder was a single iron rod. This diagram shows a cross-section of that exact arrangement. If you pour a weak acidic liquid into this jar, something common in the ancient world like vinegar or fermented grape juice, the metal reacts and it generates a measurable electrical current. Finding a functional battery in a Mesopotamian ruin proves that sophisticated knowledge can be achieved, utilized, and then entirely forgotten by the human race. For secret number 4, we reach the highest tier of proof, undeniable, peer-reviewed scientific data. Deep in the jungles of Mesoamerica, a few scattered stone peaks poke through the canopy. For decades, mapping this terrain was done entirely by hand. Now, researchers use LiDAR, lasers fired from aircraft that digitally strip away the dense vegetation to reveal the exact contours of the ground beneath. The scan results showed over 60,000 previously unknown structures hiding in the dark. This was a sprawling, densely populated megacity. The data revealed massive infrastructure projects. These distinct urban clusters were tied together across difficult terrain by miles of elevated, perfectly straight highways. Sustaining a population that large required intense engineering. They built elaborate water management systems, cutting stone-lined canals through the terrain to route water exactly where their agriculture demanded. Hard topographical data leaves no room for the myth of a primitive past. Thousands of years ago, people were building hyper-organized, interconnected urban empires in the middle of a hostile jungle. Which brings us back to the night sky and the promise we made at the beginning regarding secret number 1. Certain ancient cultures possessed complex star maps detailing binary star systems like Sirius B. These are celestial bodies completely invisible to the naked human eye. Charting them requires advanced optics that were not supposed to exist for another millennium. Look at the unbreakable glass, the ancient batteries, the massive forgotten cities, and the impossible star maps. It suggests that sophisticated knowledge hasn't always been cumulative. It can be reached, perfected, and then completely erased from the record. If massive empires and complex sciences were entirely buried by nature and time, then the ground beneath our feet hides evidence of what we were once capable of. Let me know in the comments below which of these secrets shifted your perspective the most, and make sure you are subscribed, because next time we are investigating the strange geometric pyramids newly discovered.